5 things that I think will be useful when you get back from any trip, especially one of those long haul trips. Number 1, document your trip as soon as you can. Don't let it pass. Don't keep those photos unedited and undocumented for too long. Otherwise, you're going to forget what happened. You're going to forget the details of your trip. You spent a lot of money. You want to preserve those memories. Number 2, give yourself some time to readjust. Some relaxing time after your trip. You don't want to rush into the routine right away and get sick. That's the last thing you want to do. So allow yourself to sit and soak in those memories. And don't feel guilty for relaxing. Don't feel guilty for taking 2 or 3 days off. Just cook simple and don't get too busy. Number 3, store your travel stuff in a convenient, easy to find place, so it'll be ready for your next trip. In my case, my next trip is in September, visiting some relatives in California. So I will be, what I already did is put all my little travel bags and little travel gadgets, toiletries that I'm not going to be using, in the bag that I'm going to take to California. It's going to be a smaller bag because it's just a week visiting relatives and don't need a whole lot of stuff for that. So it's going to be one of those little small underseaters. But I'm going to be really happy when September rolls around and I don't have to do as much to get ready for the trip. Number 4, I did a lot of movement, and I think it's good to keep up with that movement momentum. You climbed more steps maybe, you walked on cobblestone streets, and you did a lot of hiking maybe. Maybe you did some swimming. Keep up that momentum that you built on your trip so that maybe you came back weighing less. I know I did. But do you want to gain back all that weight that you lost on your trip? No. Keep up that movement. Keep it going. And you'll be ready for your next trip, fit-wise. Number 5, and lastly, is to apply what you've learned from the culture and the people of the country that you just left. It could be just with relatives. Maybe you learned something from them new that you wanna remember and you wanna apply. In my case, I found the people in France to be very polite and charming and stylish. So I want to kind of incorporate some of that in my life. We learn to sit and savor life. I want to just cool my jets more, and I noticed a lot of just people in France just sitting in outdoor cafes watching the people go by and sipping on their espresso. There was no such thing as coffee to go. It was coffee to stay. They know how to relax. They know how to enjoy life. They know that less is more. They're not into large apartments. Large homes. They're into small apartments, most of them. And they're not into a lot of possessions. They do not need, most of them probably don't need a declutter coach. They are not into things. They're into memories. And I would like to be more like that. So to sum it up, document that trip as soon as possible. Number 2, allow some time to readjust. Sometimes you've changed several time zones. It's going to take a while. Give yourself some time. Number 3, store that travel stuff. You want to find it for your next trip. You want to find it quickly. You don't want it all scattered in different places. Number 4, keep up with that movement. It's a good thing. You want to keep it up. And number 5, apply what you've learned to your life. What you've learned from the people and the culture that you just left. Toodaloo for now.